Hello? Hello? I'm guessing I'm live. Oh, hey, we are live. Alright. One minute. I am going to. Yes, we're playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-looking good dating simulator, and it's certainly a thing. But hey, welcome back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and today we're going through day 2 of, well, you read the title. Also, there will be a little bit of cursing, so if you're, not comfortable with that, you can watch my other streams. But hey, if you're like under 13, you aren't allowed to be on YouTube, go on YouTube Kids. I don't care if you're like 12 and 11 months. Trust me, just stay on YouTube Kids, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, let's continue. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Okie dokie. Weird. Weirdo. Also, how long has he been here? That's my question, because if you remember last time, Professor Dog calls Colonel Sanders his favorite student. But the semester only lasts for 3 days. Why? What is this? You know what? The less I think about it, the better, I guess. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. I forgot what voice I gave him. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Do I have to? I really don't want to. You know what? I'll be modest but thoughtful, because neg him to show your own strength. That just sounds kind of like being an asshole. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. I don't know, I'm a pretty by-the-book person. Modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. Damn it. Not again. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was all perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Hilo. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. Did I forget to say... Oh well. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I only see 12 ingredients there. Whatever. Let's keep moving. Look at this place! It's magnificent! Finally, we get to show our stuff! Wait a second. Oh no! We have to show our stuff! What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of adoring fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable tiny food creations. Ruff. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we will be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on... Oh, come on! I want to cook with... How come I can't romance Miriam? I want her more than Harland. Hey, Colonel. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Sure, Hero. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. I would never abandon my girl Miriam like that. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Bzzzt. Oh my! Two potential partners! I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose! It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Well, that's a little... I mean, I'm not gonna say they're wrong, but that is a little... Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank for today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school is, even at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's just something charming and honest about him. Bzzzt. Tissue? I hardly know you! Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Alright, Professor Dog. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartar seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. I'm pretty sure you need to cook something. Wait a minute, I'm looking this up on my phone. Do you need to cook steak tartar? Oh, it is raw. I'm gonna go with my grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. No, I'm really only doing this because that was the assignment. Pick something simple. Steak tartare is French. And it just doesn't look simple. And octopus, well, you'll see. We'll see. Maybe some mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your business. Yeah, shut the fuck up, Ashley. And your weirdly spelled complicated name. No hate if you're having complicated names. Wait, no. I'm sorry. Shut up, Ashley, with your OSHA violating chef's coat. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? Here we go. Ugh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Hero's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It just looked like Hero was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. You're probably the same age, and he's like super crusty and like would probably be better as a teacher. You have no business calling me young and amateur when you are probably my age, Ashley. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you'll be able to catch up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van! Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and drumstick. It just makes sense. Wow. Fuck you, Ashley. Nothing about this makes any sense. But one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. You know what? I think I'm gonna get more brownie points if I turn to Harlan Sanders. My two options are turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need, or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. I'm turning to the Colonel. I'm sorry, Miriam. I don't want to distract you from your schoolwork. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of the class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I choose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Hero as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Hero's natural talents or their loyalty. Oh, so hard work means nothing to you, Colonel Sanders, huh? Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles and hopes he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. I know it's a darn, but damn just looks better here, You look down at your station and realize that in your tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfect creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. Ah yes, multitasking. Great for cooking. I also cook on occasion. Always good to have at least two things going on at once to speed up the progress if possible. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds out a spork to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand, holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. You don't have time for this! If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Honestly, you can keep him. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, oh no! And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face! Okay, falsehood. 1 minute. You know what? Falsehood. I would not do that. Van! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious! Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Yeah, love and integrity. And flinging a sporkful of mashed potatoes onto your rival's face. That won't get us sued for assault, or, if it's hot enough, that could leave a burn, and then we'd have to pay for some sort of medical bills. And I'm sure that even if we missed her, she'd be the type of person to press charges. Yeah, love and integrity, yep. Hold on right there, Hilo. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, face? Shut up, Pop! Van rushes over, a dish covered in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated upon a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. If you guys could see my expression, I'm pretty sure even my voice I think you just hear that a bit of light has died inside of me. Let's keep going. I'm sorry, student. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish, right off the plate. Wow, that was rude. No, don't! Something in this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was crushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Yeah, he fucking died. Okay, now this is something that I definitely pressed charges for. Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being swooped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost completely back to its oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious dangers has inoculated himself against poisons of all kind. It's called Mithridatism. That was coined by there's a term Mithridatism where the idea is that you slowly build up your immunity with small doses of poison. A Greek king tried it. You can go and check it out yourself. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Aren't you the dean? Are you not paying your teachers enough? Sprinkles, I thought you were better. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Shut up! Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense. That's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is that someone fucking died. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. I feel like I should be in more trouble because I think that counts as assault. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. What neon? Okay. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I just want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Is he tearing up? He's tearing up. I can't see him right now. I'm gonna have to... If you look closely, he's tearing up. Haha, crybaby. I say as if I'm not also a self-proclaimed crybaby. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now would be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. What? I knew him for a day. For context, this school's semester is 3 days. Colonel Sanders? Yes, healer. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Ah, come on, Van. There's something I need to tell you first. Shouldn't you be, locked up or, in jail or at least, detention for killing a student? It wasn't direct, but that's still murder. Ah, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. Yeah, I can tell. Those are the style choices of a sleep-deprived man, if I've ever seen it. We should all follow our dreams with our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? Yeah. I feel like I should be pressing charges on behalf of the guy. You can't prove that. Everyone saw it. There's so many witnesses. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Yeah. Sure. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Oh, hi there. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Of me. Because I'm a monster. See? Is he lying on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you could discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I'm going on the attack. It can't be... You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you do? Cook with love. Cook with love? Just 1 damage. It just got real. I could easily yank his spork limbs out of him. Shove the limbs down his own mashed potato. No, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. Oh yeah, that's definitely grounds for an assault. Also, I think we need to call the police, even though I do not trust the police. Actually, no, I'll deal with it myself. You take 1 damage. How much hot gravy and how fast? How hot was the gravy? Because I think it would do more than just 1 damage. I'm gonna attack again. He decides to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? He's in Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Good, he threatened us first. This is all self-defense. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. Okay. They grow larger and larger and more intimidating. How do you respond? You know what? I'm gonna attack again. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Do I only get one attack? My moveset sucks. Cook with love does 1 damage. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Puffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster use Utilitensile. You take 2 damages from the attack. Yeah, I can see that doing some damage. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the I took 3. What's my hit points? Fine, I'll fucking defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You curl into a ball. I'm not cut out for this. Honestly, I feel like I could run up to its weird little arms and yank it off and then, I don't know, stab it to death or something? I don't know. Feeling vulnerable. Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge! Vile villain. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch! Pot pie power pinch just ended. What? What? How come I don't get to do anything? Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spears steam into the night. So I have 2 options. Forget Mosi, finish him, or spare this wretched beast. You know what? I'm gonna spare him. I know! I can feed Ashley and Van Van to the Spork Monster! I said that a little with too much enthusiasm. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of the snarly beast long enough to realize that he is a loving creature with a pure soul. You deserve your pity, not your wrath. Oh no, it's still yank his weird spork limbs off. Begone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster went behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Well, that's a little suspicious. Hope that doesn't come up anytime soon. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. It has to be either Ashley or Van Van's last name. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. No. I would expect a chef to have a little more stamina than this, but the world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. No! 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 The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. No! Keep me awake and just escort me back home, please. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Creep behavior! Creep behavior! Then my Colonel. In your dream, you are together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Can I drop out? Please. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling. Think about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking recipe. You can't believe they really used, what's around me, bottle. Bottle of what? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. That's not a healthy dynamic. Not that I know, I'm a gamer, but still not very healthy. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's just something about him. I like him. Like him. He got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's real smart. He told me all sorts of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. And it was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the school, in front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking something like got lost in the pressure cooking language translation there. Either way, it might be best to take it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. Stop! You knew him for a day here. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? Ah, great, now I need to edit this, there we go. You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you? I guess. Wow. Laughing at the implication of that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. I just wish you really that passive-aggressive. There's no way to, see the log. Oh, well. You have an idea on how to prove your love is real? Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? No! I would never. This is slander, and no, I wouldn't. However, you did tell her that you knew a second ingredient, too, which you discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes lit up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Wow. You guys are just terrible to each other. Okay, that is friend behavior, though. That is bestie behavior. Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in a botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show him what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. You mean saffron? You know that you can grow that shit, in a lot of places. Like in the middle of the desert, that's where they're happiest. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. It was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. Miriam, I think those are drugs. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he'd love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, only know the one ingredient, so I don't know it would be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me! No one has to know that it came from either you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secrets or share it with your best? I'm making up a fake ingredient. They censored it. You quickly think of a fake ingredient. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Nude. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Nude? Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figured you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. 1 minute, that's like an actual term. Eye of Nude. Yeah, it's just mustard seed. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to perform that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. Great, my allergies are acting up. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. I'm not gonna run to him. I'm not gonna approach a horse like that. I'm gonna stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without even ever acknowledging that he's even watched, he does the short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. Then he slaps the beautiful creature down gently on the rear, sending it running free into the countryside. Wow. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. That's a little suspicious. You tend to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horceful beaut you have. What a horceful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what he just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Hero just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. They got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. With that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Restricted ingredients like I don't know, tiger meat, like meat from endangered animals, or like drugs. I feel like I don't like the implication of either of them. Summoning a demon bad? Try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behaviors. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Is that like a confession? Does that count as a confession? You finally get a look at they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to a wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. I feel like that's that sounds like bullying. We do not tolerate bullying on the Wise Hero channel. We do not. I don't Oh, jeez. We're playing. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry, he runs right over Van Van's meaty foot. He had it coming. All I'm seeing is that, Van Van ran into Clank. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzzzt. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp. Womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Does that count as like a microaggression, or is this like a straight up hate crime? Bzzzt. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Yeah, he deserved that. The way I see it, he ran into the wall. He ran into the wall 10 times. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse. Right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, why do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class today. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He is a professor, but he's also a dog. Once again, I don't think that a dog teaching culinary school is very OSHA approved. But maybe I'm the weirdo here. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent all morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. And you gave like an entire speech on punctuality day 1, didn't you? But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. No. Now that's just like straight up lying. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray in front of you. Well, here? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water? You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp like the purest snow melted by a mountain spring. Hey, that was mine! It was from my favorite toilet! You owe me $6! Do I have to keep playing this? Hey, make sure to like and subscribe to make me feel better about this. And you've got excellent taste! You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. I need to go to the doctor. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the top. Stop wasting everyone's time. We're here to learn. Is everything in competition with you two? Yes. Yes! Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey. To learn, to love. To learn, to love. Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yes. Stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have portable monsters to capture or something? I think that's the closest they can get to a Pokemon reference without being sued. I'd actually be very interested to see a Pokemon, like a Game Freak versus KFC battle. That would be extremely funny. I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from know-it-alls with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. You should have it. It will give you all the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. A special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and a toilet for dessert. It's... Thank you, Miriam. It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you need for motivation. Oh, Miriam, bestie, love you so much, baby. You know what? I've earned enough for today. Let's battle. What? No, you're falling into the trap. Just as things reach to a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely, he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students. Please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. Where is this going? At least not until we turn on the timer. Oh, come on! Can't I have my lunch in peace? Just then a huge light blares in your face, flashing the words timer ready. Ah, shit. That's what I'm talking about. I stand corrected. It's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can best the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1. You feel like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, and the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick randomly. And it's Celsius. Winner gets to rub my boy belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices he said he used? 11. That's right, you may not know all of the ingredients yet, but you're at least headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. This is not very professional. I feel like there should be an ethics committee I need to talk to. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but actually is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that point. Now would be a great time to... a small town where big dreams are born. This is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Oh! Sorry, I'm not reading all of the options. It's timed. I don't like timed things. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sign of success? Sizzling. That's wrong. Fuck. Don't make me get this spray bottle. Next question. You notice the Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, hero. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except you know he's watching you. Makes you totally forget what you were doing. All you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How did you get into school? Can't you multitask? How many spoonfuls of gravy went? You're standing in the middle. What a hug. I know, right? You know why shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Fuck. I was struggling to keep up. Ashley's already begun. It's colorful and complex. To make up for time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixture. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Brrr. You might not even have hands, but Hero does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. Unrealistic. I would not have entertained this from day 1. I would have walked out. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shoved your hand in the mixture to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Hero, no! Ugh! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. Immediately, it's crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. Is he crying? That's crying. That's tears. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Fuck you, Colonel Sanders. I'm doing this for you. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hands. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to prepare the two on account of Hero's injuries. At least now you're doing your due diligence as a professor. You see Sprinkles, begin to lick his doggy chops as he walks onto the dish. But I suspect you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, since I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Halo to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. You gotta be kidding me. I would not fumble this hard in real life, by the way. I will stand by that. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette on top a slice of honeycomb, ice cream to your ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not as impressed as he dipped his finger in the sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! As he places a sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks onto his mustache. I'm gonna internalize it, that's what I always do! Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. Can I laser down Ashley and Van Van? The flames cross your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face. Which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. There are no good options here. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. Look at Ashley and her smug little grin. She prepared all of this. Rigged. The beautiful weather seems like an insult. Inside you a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. Bestie, you've known him for a day and a half. Get a hold of yourself. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixture and that small fire. We should get that checked out. You couldn't have checked in on me sooner, or no one should have taken me to, like, a nurse's office or, like, to the hospital? I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fire. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? The way that you're portrayed in this game, yeah, I believe it. That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. Passionate about justice. One minute, was Harlan Sanders. Oh, so, there's some racism that has been done in the colonel's name. That's not great. On the contrary, it's actually not great at all. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People say my delicate ribbon tie and my well-cut beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. You are not making me feel any better. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that then I was going to amount to something, no matter the hours of labor or money would deter me from giving the best I've got. As Colonel Sanders changes his focus, you can see something ignited inside him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My dream is pure. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. You don't seem very humble. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Uh-huh. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. The spork monster? Borko? It is. It is I. I know I said I want to be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you really don't want to see me anymore, but you just wanted to see that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like to always have to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw. Thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I want to apologize for the way I switched right into attacking. No, don't apologize. That was self-defense. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. It wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. I can't be the only one having a hard time reading the text. Right? And I have it on a big screen and you guys probably don't. A magic spell book? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but along the way I've lost it. If you find out such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. Honestly, I trust you more than Colonel Sanders. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Halo together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Sus. A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like. But it sounds like you're about to find out. Do I just skip the rest of the day? You know what, can I, I'm gonna stop there. I think I've taken a little too much psychic damage. Anyways, bye everyone. I hope you had a fun time. I had a time. I don't know if it was fun or not, but it was certainly a time. I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.